Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and I'm coming to you with another one of my amazing multi-box gold guides where I show you how easy it is to make lots of gold with less effort and without a group. Now today we're actually going to be going back out to Arakkoa Forest, and we've done the basilisk eyes, which you gather them to switch your reputation with the reputations in Shadow Wrath, like the Scryers and the Aldor. So that was one of the ones we did, which if you haven't seen that one already, I'll put a link up at the top of the screen, go check it out. I have had some viewers make a lot of gold off of those. I myself took forever to sell mine, but still made some decent gold after I did. And I think I've sold them like the past 2 weeks. If you want to check my cleanouts, you can go see how much I got from them. But I've actually seen some of my viewers actually get a lot more than I did. And then also the same thing, we did one for the Dreadfang Venom Sacks, which is another one of those ones that allows you to switch the reputations, but I think it's like the opposite one. Like one allows you to go from the Scryers to the Aldor, and the other one allows you to go from the Aldor to the Scryers or something like that. But anyway, this is for going after another item that will allow you to build up some reputation, along with actually give you some nice items after you turn it in. So let's go ahead and get into the farm and just see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, we're out here in Arakkoa Forest, and this is where we're located. So we are located right here, right below Shadow Wrath City. So it's going to be nice when we go to turn those items in, because I mean, we're right there at it. And also when you take your portal, you're right below it. Here, I'll blow this up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. So yeah, so Shadow Wrath is right here, and here you are right here. And okay, so you're only seeing 4 or 5 mobs, but there is actually 8 of us. Now this can be done as a 5-man farm. I did bring my 8 toons because I have them available. Why not take advantage, right? Now it does make it a little easier with having at least 6, because 6 makes it a standstill. If you have 5, you do have to run a small little route, but it's really not much at all. So anyway, as far as this farm goes, as you see here, since I'm doing it with 8, possibly 6, because I have actually my other group just standing in one spot all together. So that's why I'm saying you can do it with just 6, because they're really just standing on top of each other and they're not actually taking 3 different spaces. You just see these mobs are just constantly respawning for us. We were actually up almost close to 4,000 mobs killed within my hour session that we ran this. So I've already done it for an hour. So yeah, really not bad. You're killing these little bird guys. They're called like the Skithian something, so they all have the same name, so that's nice. So your macro is just going to be /target, first 3 letters of the mob's name, since they're all the same. Even though they have different versions of them, they all start with the same name. It's going to be one macro, so it makes it a lot easier than having to press 2 buttons, 3 buttons, whatever. And still, usually that's not too bad anyway. But as you see, as we've been sitting here killing all these mobs, they just keep on coming back. It's really nice spawn rate. But even if you have to do it with just 5, it's still not bad. I actually tested it out for a little bit right before I actually started doing the farm. And if you actually check my clean out last week, which I can put a link at the top of the video for that, I actually had already tested this farm out last week and seen how just the feathers would sell, and actually had a pretty decent sell for the feathers on one of my realms anyway. So yeah, definitely if you want to see just how much those will sell for, if you don't want to do the turn in part, then go ahead and farm them up, sell them, and you can see how much I actually sold them for on my realm. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you all of the spots. So you see, this is where I actually have my main, which is right here in front of this little hut and this little bonfire. I have it lined up this way, so that way they're actually killing the one in the hut. And not necessarily was this one my main, because if you guys have been watching my stream lately, I've actually kind of switched it up to where pretty much all my potatoes in the first group at least are kind of like a main, especially if it's a standstill farm. So what I'll do is I'll actually take 1 toon each after each minute 45-second killing phase, and I'll actually fly 1 around, and then I'll switch to the other one. So that way, what I'm doing that for is, if you guys remember me mentioning in some of my previous videos, that every 30 minutes blues and epics will stay on a mob for up to 30 minutes. So what we would normally do is we kill for like 25 minutes, give us 5 minutes to take each one of the toons around and go loot. But that takes 5 minutes away from you killing stuff and actually getting more loot. So what I do is I actually will kill with 1, go around and loot, and then, or well, I'm killing with all of them, but I'll, you know, loot with one, switch to the next one, loot with that one. So that way I'm cycling through them, and each time it gets around to them, they're going ahead and looting for a chance for those blues or purples. So I'm actually not having to stop at that 25-minute mark. I can just continue all the way through my farm. Of course, once I get done with the farm and the farm is ended at the hour, I take them all around one last time just to make sure there's nothing still left up on any of the mobs. But at least I'm not stopping for that middle 5 minutes or whatever, because there's still more mobs that you can kill. That's technically like 2 loot phases. So a lot of lost loot that you could lose by doing that. So anyway, let's go ahead now, go take a look at all the spots and see where everybody's located. So as you can see, I have a first potato right there where triangle is. And so I got them lined up, so they're lined up in front of this door because there's a mob inside there. So make sure they're killing that one, that one. You see there's like a little ramp. Don't worry about the ones up top here. Now, and they're also like they're missing this one too, but that one doesn't matter. And they're also helping kill some of these ones down here. All right, then our next one is right across from everybody, kind of outside here, right here. And they're killing, like, there's a mob right there, a mob over here, and one kind of behind them. Then we have Diamond right over here, across from them behind this tree here, and kind of right diagonal, or right, I don't know, I guess in the line from triangle. So I'm trying to point it out to you the best way I can here. But they're beside this big tree where this hut is, and there's actually like 2 mobs that spawn here, so you can kind of judge off that, I guess, where this little hut is. And they're killing some mobs out here too. And then our last one for the first group, at least, is right here where Square is, killing these mobs inside here. And I guess they're actually helping Skull with these ones as well, but mostly they're just set up right here just to help with this. They sometimes hit a mob out here, but it's kind of shared with the other group a little bit. And then this is where your other group is. Now, we were killing some, and I guess they haven't really respawned yet, but there is actually a lot of mobs that spawn around here. Now, as far as how you work this out with a 5-man group, because this is the other group right here, okay? So their loot right now, with me doing it as an 8-man, I can't loot what they kill. But if you were to do this as a 5-man, the way you would change this around is you would actually keep all the mobs in the same spot. So it kind of makes it easier than possibly some of the other farms to kind of determine how to do it if you only have a 5-man group compared to my 8. The only difference is you basically take away what you have over there, and you just run a mob from Square to where they are. And you might not even have to go that far, since you'll be actually moving around that toon. But basically, you just have to make sure that you're killing these mobs around here. It's that simple, from Square to where they are. And so you guys can get a better look at what everything looks like. Let's go and take a look at the map one more time, which I'll blow it up here. So as you saw, my main, or whichever one, the one I'm showing you guys where everything is right now, is right here, which I know it's still kind of hard to see because they're kind of clumped up. But you have like 3 kind of lined up here, 2 lined up here, and then you have like your other group over in this area right here. And if you want to see a aerial view, we'll go ahead and try to show you that. So if you want to pinpoint it from where the 3 are in the middle there, you kind of have triangle right over here. You have moon over there, and then you have your other one kind of hidden over here, and then Square is right there, and then you have your other potatoes right there. So it's like, you know, one right there comes in a little bit right there, right over there, and then you have one over there where it's kind of hidden by this bridge here. If I go down, you can see it a little bit. Just try to help you guys pinpoint the spots as much as possible, because I do hear sometimes that people struggle with finding the spots. So I figure if I can kind of show you these other ways of trying to show them to you, you guys can see it a lot easier. So anyway, let's go ahead now that we've actually went over the farm, what it looks like, and I guess I can show you guys what we're actually looking for. We're looking for these right here, these Arakkoa feathers. We're gonna go ahead and get everybody together. Go ahead and go to Shadow Rest, so we're ready to turn everything in, because I'm gonna go over what we've got so far, and then we're gonna do some turn-ins and see what we get from that. Alright guys, so here we are now. We're in the Shadow Rest City, and we are located like right up in this area right here. And now here's the mob, or not the mob, but the NPC we have to talk to for the quest. Kind of wanders around all over the place here. So what we're going to first do is go ahead and look at you know, what we've got so far, so we can kind of tell before we decide to turn the feathers, in case, you know, anybody's just interested in selling the feathers, or, you know, seeing whether or not they would rather just sell the feathers or actually do the turn-ins. So I actually did a spreadsheet with the totals and everything, but we'll kind of take a look first, and then we'll look at the spreadsheet, and then we'll go turn everything in and see what we get. All right, so for our, let's just go down the line. This is the actual other group, the second group here. So this is where the 3 were stacked up. They actually got, for the first one, they got 519 feathers. Okay, a couple of lockboxes and like 4 low value pieces. We got on the second one, we've got 506 of the feathers, 1 lockbox, a couple of low value pieces, not really any high value stuff. So that's not looking too good for that anyway. And then we've got 489 feathers on this one. This is the last one in the second group because there's only 3, since I only have 8 toons, and then 4 pieces of low value stuff. And on their realm right now, it's actually selling for about 4 gold for each feather. And it's actually got almost 25 gold region value. So if you can sell them at region value for these 250 stacks, that's it's not too bad. But actually, what it's selling for on this realm might not be worth it to sell them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual main group, who probably got a little bit more. We actually got 715 on the first one. 1 lockbox, again, only 4 low value pieces, and low value pieces aren't necessarily bad. I mean, they usually sell faster than the high value pieces, which sometimes can be good, especially if it sells really fast. But they don't bring the value as the high pieces do. So actually, as you see, if you've seen my cleanouts, we actually make more, of course, with the high value pieces, because I have so much stocked up, and we actually see, you know, maybe not as many sales, but like one of those sales can equal up to a whole clean out of, you know, of a low value clean out for a bank alt. So that's where the big difference is. So it's still not bad to sell low value stuff. It's just can be more time consuming for not as much profit in a way. So some people might not even want to sell those pieces. But anyway, as far as our next one, this one got 815 of the feathers. They got 3 lockboxes, and they got 2 low value pieces. Then we got 724 on our next one. We got 3 low value pieces, and actually this one has been moved to my low value bank alts, but Blitzscale Lakes, I figured it was still worth showcasing because it does have a 7,000 region value. It's only 700 gold on my realm right now, so it's really low on this realm. But I usually sell a lot of them, and the one cool thing about them is that sell rate 0.09. That's insanely high. Even when they sell for a lot more than the 700 gold, they sell really fast. So really good. They have the same look as like the Fireman leggings. I think I know Fireman leggings though come from like classic farms. Those Blitzscale leggings come from like these BC farms, and I think I heard from somebody that I haven't really looked into it myself, but one might be like a different armor type. But anyway, next one we've got 594. So this one's actually right around the range of the other group. 594 feathers, 1 lockbox, a couple low value pieces, and for our very last one, 694 feathers, 1 lockbox, and 5 low value pieces. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we decide to turn some of these in. We gotta go catch up to wherever this guy's wandered off to now, as he's been walking around here. I know he's walked by us a couple times now, and here he is right here. So he just goes all around this area, and his name is Vetcax. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know if that's right. Hopefully some of my toons have gotten kind of stuck on something over here. But here we go. Let's drop down. There we go. We got everybody, and let's turn some in here. So okay, so we're turning a couple at once right there. So we actually got some lower city reputation, which I'll pull this up so you guys can see. Got 375 lower city rep from the turn in for each one of them, and we get these little outcast catches right here. So let's go ahead and take a look, see what we get in a couple of them before we actually go any further. So we got a green belt, which we actually haven't learned yet. It's got a market value of almost 5,000 gold and 2,000 gold for region value. It's only 0.01 sell rate, so I'll probably just learn it and vendor it myself. But yeah, something, you know, you might want to throw up on the auction house. It is something different. There is actually none up on my auction house, so maybe I could still try to sell it even though it's below my threshold, just because of that reason. And then we got another one. That one didn't even ding. That one's really low, but it's got a 0.02 sell rate. Let's keep on going though. We'll actually just turn all these in, and then we'll open up a whole, you know, lot of them, kind of see exactly what we can get. Just wanted to kind of open a couple of them first, just to kind of see what we're looking at. So I'm gonna speed this up real quick, or actually I'll just go ahead and clear the, or turn these all in, and then once we have it all turned in, we'll go ahead and open them all up. So see you guys in just a bit once this is all over and done with. All right guys, so now that we have turned them all in, by the way, you can only turn these feathers in up until you get honored with the lower city. After that, it stops giving you the quest. So if you're left over with any, which actually we only have one toon that actually was, you can either just make a trial account, have them turn them in, or if you have extra toons that you're not doing the farm with, like a different class that's not necessarily, you know, that good for farming, like, you know, druids are, then you can possibly have them turn it in, so that way you can still take advantage, or you can just try to sell the leftover feathers, whichever way you decide to go. So we're gonna go ahead and start opening the boxes as I've turned in all the quests now. So we've got, for the first one, which this is, we're gonna start going down the line, which, as if you remember when I was actually showing before, our second group, which was the group of 3 that were just stacked on top of each other. Those are the ones that we actually have in the front here. So we'll go through those 3 first, and then we'll go on down the line through the rest of them. So for the first one, we actually have 17 of the bags. So let's go and open these here. And let's see, we got another green belt, and we got some blue boots here. So let's go and take a look at those. So they're leather, and they're actually 32,000 gold in my realm, 21,000 region, so not bad at all. So let's keep on going here, and we got another blue. This one's a lot better actually. It does still say it's only 20,000 in my realm, but 112,000 region value, so it might be a lot more in your realm. And this one actually has a 0.02 sell rate, so, and these are plate. Let's keep on going here. So that one was really nice. Let's see, we got another blue. This time is for the male boots. So they're all boots, it looks like. 18,000, almost 19,000 my realm. About the same for region value. Only 0.01 sell rate though. And we got another green belt. The green belts only seem to be around 1,000. Once we finish opening these, we'll actually take a look at some of them, see if they have a better sell rate than just 0.01 though. And you see we're also getting these scrolls and some other like potions and things like that. They're just trash, but I mean, it'll give you a little bit of extra like raw gold. So we just got another blue. This one's for the cloth, so you get it looks like a different one from each armor class, and the cloth ones aren't bad either. 31,000 this realm, 44,000, almost 45,000 region, 0.02 sell rate. So it looks like the cloth and the plate are probably the best. Plate might be the best, even though on this realm it seems like the cloth might be the best overall, as it has that 0.02 sell rate, and 30-some thousand, whereas the plate, even though it was region value at 112, whatever it was, 112, yeah, 112, is only selling for about 20,000. But there's only 2 auctions. It might be that the other one, that one that's at 20,000, might have already sold, and somebody's reposted it because of how low they posted it at. So let's keep going. See if we get any more blues. Oh, another green, another green, another green. And that is it for this one. But then again, we only had 17 bags. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these greens though. Still 0.01, so it's just going to be vendored for me. 0.01. Again, it's all the different armor classes. So this one is 0.02, but it's only 662 gold. Now, if you are just starting out with transmog, that is kind of one of the values I would have kept in the past. But now it's like for 0.02 sell rate, depending on the item, usually I look for it to be at least over 1,000 gold, if not over 5,000 gold, even at that value. So let's go ahead and take a look. Another 0.01, 0.02, but still below. So yeah, it looks like all the green ones I'll vendor or possibly try to learn and then vendor, but either way, I'm still vendoring these greens because none of them look good enough to actually keep. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Start getting through all these. See if we get any more blues. Oh, and this one actually we turned in 3. So we had 16 total on this one. So we have one less bag on this one right here. And this one's not having luck like the other one must have been really lucky because they got one of each of the blues. And I know this one has one less bag, but we should have at least had one blue by now. None, 0 bags. So this one really, I have a emote on my Twitch channel for now hiring potatoes. Hire a new potato for that one because that one needs to be fired for that. Let's go and take a look at this one. This one, oh, sorry, we just opened one. We had 17, so same amount as the first one. So they were right around the same amount of feathers each, of course, because they were all just stacked on top of each other. So it looks like these two actually had more. Oh, we just got one blue and the leather one. So still not bad, but you know, not as good as the cloth or the plate. And that's all we got, but at least we got one on this one. Whereas that last one we didn't get any. So let's take a look. We got the next one here, which this is actually one that was in the main group, and they got 23. Oh, we got 2 blues right off the bat. Oh man, that's really nice. So we got a leather one and we got one of the cloth ones. 3 right in a row. Oh man, 2 of the cloth ones. I'm really liking this. Oh, 4 in a row. I'm really liking this potato. Another leather one. Come on, let's get a plate. Oh, we got epic. Okay, so you can get oh well, this is really not that good though. So maybe is that the same as the other ones? Because it might be the same as the greens and maybe it just procs epic. Let's see, let's take a look at one of the male ones, see if we can find one of the male ones on one of the other toons here. So Dreadhawk's girdle, yeah, it looks like that's all it is. That's why the value's so low. So yeah, it's Dreadhawk's girdle. So it just ended up proccing epic, still has that very low value. But yeah, well, it doesn't even look like it's worth disenchanting. I was gonna say maybe it's worth disenchanting or something, or maybe the vendor gold at least is a little bit better. 16 gold vendor. Let's see, what's the green vendor price? The male one, vendor, nope, same amount. So, yep, doesn't look like it benefits you any. It just looks better, I guess, when you open it up. Kind of one of those things. It's like, oh man, oh, well, we got another blue, so we're doing really good with this one. I really like this potato right here. So that was another one of the leather ones. So we got 3 leathers so far. All right, there. We just got another blue. This one is oh well, that's just one of the belts proc blue. That's kind of misleading. It's like trying to get your hopes up by giving you these procs for these items. And, okay, so now we got some of the male boots. Okay, so that's really good there. That's just a belt that proc blue. Man, I hate that those greens proc those different colors because it gets you all excited and then it's like, oh no, it's just another one of the belts. Oh, and then we got another pair of the boots. So really nice. We got another cloth one. This one really like the cloth. So yeah, so we ended up actually on this one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boots. So really good with this potato. This one needs a promotion right there. All right, so this is the toon that we usually use for our main. This is the one we've already opened up 2 and we didn't get anything. This is the one that actually is maxed out and still, or no, sorry, that's the one that we should be on. Yeah, right here. So we still actually have 65 left, so we could actually do 2 more turn-ins with this one, but it maxed out on the honored reputation. So well, it didn't max out it reached honored, and so it's no longer able to turn in that quest. So yeah, if you look here, lower city, we're at honored. We got 1 turn in past honored, but that's it. We can't turn in anymore. So let's go ahead and take a look. We got 23 left. So that means we actually ended up at 25. 25 is the cutoff. 27 is what we would actually, or 27 would be what we could actually get out of this one. So let's go ahead and open these, and we had a belt proc, unfortunately. So we'll be turning 25 with this one, and hopefully this one will have some good luck because it's got the most chances, but it looks like it's letting us down too. That was another belt that proc epic. I wonder if the boots can actually proc epic even though they're blues. So that'd be kind of neat to see. Oh, we at least got one pair of boots. We got some of the male ones though. And this one, actually, there's none up on the auction house, so it's at least good for this realm because this is a different realm. It does say it has a market value of 112,000, but again, the region value is only 18,000. And we got another pair of boots, so we at least got the leather. So these ones, once again, none up on the auction house, 157k market value and 21,000 region. So it's going to be beneficial, and actually just answer my question, they can proc epic because those boots actually did, as you see here, proc epic. So maybe that'll be a little bit more enticing to actually somebody that's looking for these as it's epic instead of blue, and maybe it can allow me to raise the price just a little bit, but I'm not going to try to possibly get 157k out of it. So let's go ahead and go on to the next one here. And this one has 24 bags. So let's go ahead and check this one out. So we're one away from being maxed out with this one as far as the reputation goes. And nothing so far. All we've had is one of the belts turn blue. Another blue belt. That one didn't even. All right, finally got our first pair of boots, leather boots. Man, we really want that cloth and plate boots. And I wish we would have got on that last one, seeing that a lot of these are not actually up on that auction house. And this is another realm as well, which this one is actually, for even those leather boots was showing 20,000 this realm, 21,000 region, but there are some up on the auction house. I like it when there's none up because you know that means I don't have any competition. So we only got one pair out of those, so that kind of sucks. It seems like the ones with the most amount of bags are giving us some of the worst luck. Well, I guess not. The one that actually had our best RNG for these actually had like 23, so I guess that was still pretty high. And this one, sorry, let's see, this one actually has 20 bags total. We're actually going AFK because we haven't actually done any moving, just been opening these bags. So we're just having belts proc right now. Let's see, we got a purple belt, doesn't really make a difference. Another belt, no. We're having really good luck with the belts procking, but we're still not getting any of the boots. There we go. Okay, so we got one of the plate. Oh, the plate boots are really good on this one. Actually, above the region value. They're selling on this realm for 137k, and they got, again, the region value is the highest on these at 112 and 0.02 sell rate. So that's very good. And then we got another pair. We got the cloth one. So we got the two best ones, and the cloth are actually up to 233,000 on this realm, but still only 44, almost 45,000 region. So I might try to lower that price a little bit, because if you shoot too high, they're usually not going to sell for that. It's not always the case. I might try it for about a week at the price they have it listed, just to see if it'll sell, since it does have a 0.02 sell rate. But I'm not going to try to push it for too long if it just sits there. All right, let's keep on going here. We got the little pop-up in the way here. It's kind of keeping me from opening the bags. All right, so we got two, but we got like the two best ones. It seems like they're the best because they have the best sell rate and the highest value pretty much. So that's at least good. So we have one more to do here. I'm pretty sure we've been through all of them now except for this last one. Just double checking here. Yep, we got one more left, and we've got 23. We'll see if we're as lucky as we were on that first one with 23 bags. It's not looking like it so far because we were popping them off right away with that one. Nope. Nope. Just have the belts procking here. Can we at least get one pair of boots? Hopefully two would be nice. Oh, we just got one that procced epic once again. So this is the male boots. At least that will give us another one for that realm. But still not as good as the other ones. But with it proccing epic, hopefully, you know, maybe it'll make it more enticing to someone's eye. Just seeing it purple instead of blue. And that's all we're going to get. So still not bad overall. You know, that one was really lucky with coming with like 7 boots. And you know, some of the realms, as you see, realms vary a lot with different things. So you can take a look. I mean, we still have some feathers left over. We'll probably just try to sell these and see what they'll go for. They're not soul bound, so I could actually even trade them to some of these ones that haven't turned them in, and I might still do that before I actually leave the area, just since, you know, some of them are on the same realm. But they are actually selling for 28 gold a piece on this realm compared to like the realm what they're only selling for like 4 gold. So it might be worth it just to go ahead and just sell them on the realm in case somebody else wants to turn them in without farming them. And then actually on this realm, because we're on 3 realms on this one that has 65 left over, they're still selling for at least 20 gold. So that's actually 1,300 gold just for those feathers. If I don't want to bother with waiting for the transmog to sell, you know, seeing that we did get a decent amount of boots overall. So anyway, guys, that is the, you know, what you need to do. You need to look for that guy and everything else. But we're gonna go ahead and get to the end of the video now, and I'll, you know, go ahead and show you my spreadsheet. I'll show you all the totals as far as after we've turned everything in, everything we collected before we did the turn-ins, everything like that. And you can kind of decide the route whether or not you want to try this farm, and if you want to sell just the feathers, or if you do want to try to sell some of these boots. Unfortunately, I haven't actually put the boots up on the auction house yet to see if they'll sell, but I have actually put the feathers up and actually did sell some last week, and that was the same week that I first did this farm. So still pretty quick turnaround with selling some of the feathers. Alright guys, so to conclude the video on the Vale Skith farm out there, where we're actually getting the Arakkoa, however you say it, feathers for the lower city rep, and getting those bags so we get those blue boots. These are our totals. So first off, if you look up here in the corner, the left hand corner here, you can kind of see I have all the totals in the spreadsheet for what we got before we actually did the bags, and down here at the bottom we actually have what we actually got after we did the turn-ins. So if you look here, we're gonna have potato 1 through 5 for the first group, and we have it separated 1 through 3. So it's kind of going to be going backwards because I actually just went down the line. So like these first 3 are these first 3 in group 2, and then from 4 down to 8 is going to be this order right here, this in group 1. So hopefully it doesn't confuse you too much. So basically though, just look at it as these 3, and then you're going down this line here. So first off, in group 1 we got 715 feathers, we got 1 lockbox, 3,792 mobs killed completely for the group, as I didn't fill in the rest of them, as you know, that was what the whole group got. And then raw gold, 671 gold, 4 low value pieces of mog, and actually only one of them, which was the third potato, actually got 1 high piece value, which actually wasn't even high piece, it was just the blood scale legs, just because of the sell rate I decided to add it in over there. 815 feathers on our second one, 724 on our third one, 594 on our fourth one, and 694 on our fifth one. And then, you know, here's our lock boxes, 3011. And then we got raw gold, 803 on that one, 589 on that one, 541 on that one, and 719 on that one. And then a bunch of low value pieces. Feathers, all around the same amount for this group actually, but they were all stacked on each other. So looting pretty much the same amount of mobs, 519, 506, and 489. 3 lock boxes total, and then 1,045 mobs killed. So you can see the difference. It wasn't really too bad for only 3 mobs in one spot. They actually killed a pretty good amount of mobs. And then for the raw gold, we actually had them all around the same, 527, 467, and 449. And for 2 of the potatoes in this group, they were actually right around the same amount. So for sitting still, that's not bad at all. And then, you know, the low value pieces of mog are about the same as what we would keep on this group. Of course, we got other greens and stuff that we decided to vendor. But as far as our totals go, we got 5,056 feathers, 9 lockboxes, 4,837 mobs killed total. It's almost 5,000, and then 4,766 raw gold. So not bad for a BC farm. 25 pieces of low value mog and the 1 bloodskell legs. Now, after we went and turned in the bags, this is what we ended up with. We got 17, 16, 16, and those were that second group, so the ones that pretty much got the least amount of feathers. And then for the first group, we actually ended up with 23, 25, 24, 19, and 23. Of course, we maxed out on this toon. 25 is the most you can turn in before you get honored. And we ended up with a total of 163 bags, which these are our results as far as the boots. We got the cloth, leather, mail, and plate here. We ended up with 1 on this one, 3 on this one, and 1 on this one for a total of 5. We ended up with 1 leather on that one, 1 leather on that one, which is the third one, 3 on the fourth one, 1 there, 1 there for a total of 7. 1 on this one for the mail, 1 on this one, 1 on this one, and 1 on that one for a total of 4. And we ended up with 2 of the plate, which seems like the best ones. The cloth and the plate were like the best ones, it seemed like, but the plate overall had the biggest amount for region value. They're actually over 100k in region value, which is what I normally go off of anyway. The potato 1 got 1, and then potato 7 got 1 for a total of 2. And then as far as our feathers that were left over, we actually ended up with 9, 26, 9, 25, 65 on this one because, you know, we maxed out because it takes 30 feathers to actually turn in. 4, 24, and 4. And that gives us a total of 166 feathers left over, which will give us 5.5 more turn-ins. So those are 5 more chances, almost 6 more chances to get some more boots. But anyway, guys, that is our totals that we ended up with. Definitely am curious to see how well these boots will sell. Also, I mean, if they're selling like crazy quick and for these crazy amounts, definitely will be trying to go out here and hit this farm up more. Go out there, let me know, you know how they sell once you put the boots up. Let me know if you decide to sell the feathers, whether you decide to do the turn-ins and sell the boots, or whether you decide to do a mixture of each. Let me know how each one sells, and also maybe see if you get more boots than I do. So yeah, guys, hope you like this farm and you decide to try it out. If you did, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also hit that notification bell so you get alerted next time I come out with one of these amazing videos. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps out a lot. And don't forget to check out the links down below. We have links for things like Facebook, Twitter, where you can get notified when I'm coming out with one of these videos, and also other things. And we also have a link for Discord. Definitely a great community to join. We have people in there that can help you with HotKeyNet and ISBoxer. I can also help you with HotKeyNet, and I also have scripts in there and stuff that you can use. But anyway, guys, that is about all I have. Hope you like the farm. This is Babypowder. Peace. I'm out.